These were all the books that I read last week, so let's get into my thoughts of them. I did a re-listen of the graphic audio that has since come out since I have read Shield of Sparrows, and I really did enjoy the graphic audio. I gave this book 4 stars the first time around. It's still a 4 stars even with the graphic audio because I realized that the FMC Odessa is slightly annoying. This is a pretty thick and long book, and I think some of it is a little repetitive and could have been cut out. And I do think Odessa is very like in her head, is a lot of inner monologue of her questioning herself like over and over again. But overall, I love Daphne Perry, and I think this was a fun listen and read, so very excited for the next book. And speaking of graphic audio and listening, I listened to the 8th book in the Kate Daniels series. Such a fun time as always. Alona Andrews is one of my favorite authors from this year. Absolutely love Apple TV, and there's a new TV show called Margot's Got Money Troubles. So I did read the book first, and I'm excited to watch the TV show. This follows Margot, who at 19 gets knocked up by her professor and has a baby, and this deals with her dad, who's like a pro wrestler, moving in with her. He's got drug problems. She has no money. Her mom isn't like really involved in her life, and then the baby daddy comes back and is claiming custody on the baby, so she has to find a way to like make ends meet, and she starts an OF. The book was kind of like messy and a little weird and like chaotic, but I enjoyed it. I read Scars Beneath the Serpent's Tail because I've been hearing everybody on BookTok say this is like a 6-star read, and I really enjoyed it, and it really reminded me a lot of like Heavenly Bodies because it is very celestial. It is about like fates and prophecies and like stars, and anything like related to stars is in this book. It does have a little mystery to it, which I did like. I think I would be looking forward to reading the second book. It just didn't like wow me as like much as everybody was saying how like amazing it was. And speaking of stars, I read Star Signs, which is Alex Astor's new adult romantasy, and the only reason that this is adult is because there's like a little spice in it and a lot of swearing and some violence, but otherwise it's like written very YA. I do think overall like I enjoyed this a lot better than the whole Lightlark series. I mean, if she's gonna drag out this whole Star Signs series, I'm probably gonna end up hating it, but for now it was decent enough. So for anybody who did like Lightlark, you're probably gonna like this book too. And then I did read 2 thriller mystery books. I started the Alexander Gregory series. The MMC goes to like different countries in Europe and solves different mysteries. It kind of reminds me of like Knives Out vibes a little bit. I read another book in the Kay Scarpetta series. Still have not watched the Amazon TV show of Scarpetta. I really need to, but I just kind of want to read a few books just to kind of get like the mindset of who the FMC is. That was everything I read last week. Let me know if we have read any of the same books.